here we go. So I've pretty much jumped straight into the cab, desperate to get this rolling. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Okay, I've managed to get myself a spot by the river. It's the trouble when you've got a high top van, you can't get any of the car parks and any of the kind of touristy scenic spots. So yeah, I've had to park a little wildly. It's going to be a little bit tight if any large vehicles need to go past, so I'll have my eyes out for that. It's also going to be a bit tricky to do a manoeuvre in this little lane, but either way, I can have the side doors open. I've got a view of the river, there's a load of swans. It's going to be a scorcher, I think, today as well, but there's no shade either, so I think I'll be all right. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And I'm going to do a little workout down by the river. I don't care what people think when they see me swinging kettlebells around. It's going to be a good day. Day one. Anyone guess where I am? It's quite an iconic bridge. Like I said, I just literally upped and left this morning, so one of the first things I'm going to do is put this place back together, and then I'll give you a little bit of a tour of what I've got going on in here, where I work, what I do, just give you a little bit of background behind me. Oh, first things first, these shoes have got to come off. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning and it's like 30 odd degrees. Definitely the first thing I need to do is check I've got internet before I get too comfy. Looking good. Okay, so the bed at the moment is set out in a single bed. So I've made this so it can either be a double bed, a single bed, or seating for 6 people. Works really well, it's fairly easy to set up. So right now, as I'm going to do a few walkthroughs around the van, so I'll put it into 6-seater position. Okay, and that is pretty much 6-seater position. So obviously 2 people here, 2 people there, kids I suppose, and 2 people there. So kind of put that together in case I had friends round. So I'm still living the days when I think I have friends. There's going to be an element of a day in a life in a van lifer, I guess. Just because there's always so much to sort out. I mean, do you really want to see me brushing my teeth? Probably not. So I think I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up, and then I'll get all the curtains open and I'll give you a little walk around of the van and let you know where I do my work. I'll tell you what I do for work, and just me everyday format really. This here is is my Omnia oven. I cook with this nearly every day. That's definitely one of my most essentials in here. So quite often I do things like chips. I love roast potatoes. I've got an endless stomach for roast potatoes, and yeah, I can do them in there. They come out crispy, really nice. Yesterday I made some dough, and I packed it full of cheese, some puree and some herbs, and I rolled it all up, and I curled it all up inside the Omnia, inside the ring, and yeah, it came out so nice. It was like a pizza roll. I don't really know what you call it. So if I'm completely honest, and you'll see this as the videos progress, I'm so messy. I never ever pack the Omnia away like this. It normally just lives in the sink, or it lives on the stove top, and obviously when I drive away I don't want it to go cluttering, so I just dump it in the sink. I'm clean. I'm really clean. I'm always washing up. I never leave my stuff unwashed. It always lives in the sink, and then I give it another wash when I put it away. So yeah, I'm very clean and hygienic, but I'm so cluttery. You'll get used to my language. I sometimes make up words. But yeah, today I'm being good. I'm going to pack it all away, just because I'm keen on you all to see my van. Bamboo bowl. Pretty much eat out of that every day. It's my chopping board. It's actually seen better days, this. I keep meaning to throw it away. It's got a big death crack in it. Food gets stuck in it. It's hard to clean. It's my knife. I'm a massive believer that everyone should have a good, decent, sharp knife. And in a van, in any kitchen really. Anyone who likes cooking anyway, but I love my knife. So first things first, I'm going to make a coffee, and then I'm going to sit down and give you a little introduction to who I am and why you'd want to watch me. So the tap for the gas is actually under the seat, so I can usually just feel under here. And there we go, the gas is on. So old doofus over here went and bought a 240 volt gas hob. It did say it was convertible to LPG and everything, so I assumed, yeah, it's going to work in a van. But it's got a 240 volt connector on it, so I was unable to do the spark. So I have to go old fashioned and use one of these. So up here is where I keep my cups. Actually, I've got something special to use today. I've been kind of putting it off. I say I've been putting it off. I've devoured nearly the whole pack. I was very kindly sent some coffee to try from the company Pact. So these guys, so they basically make coffee bags, and this box was completely full of them. And I've devoured a lot, and I've promised to do a video and just give them a review. I'm definitely buying more of these. These were great. My first reaction was, why would you want coffee in a bag? I mean, I'm very English, you know, the old instant coffee, freeze-dried stuff does me fine. But I've always loved a fresh coffee, and obviously it's a bit of a, should we say, faff in the van. Fast to get into this. So I did think, well, you know, what's the point? But actually, these little beauties, it's like filtered coffee in your cup. It's quite a mellow coffee, and I do like my coffee quite strong, but I've really, it's that kind of coffee that doesn't give you a funny tummy.
you walking by today, with the sunset in your eyes. I couldn't find the strength to say what was running through my mind. You couldn't help but notice me, staring with that awkward smile from the other side of Thompson Street. I felt love for a little while, 'cause you looked beautiful in the sunset glow, in that sunset glow. You looked...
Okay, so just while the coffee's brewing, I'll just give you a little mini van tour, or a little walkthrough. I promise I'll do a proper van tour at some point. But over here, as I showed you earlier, this is my bed area. So it is a bit of a man cave. I mean, I'm not sure how big that TV is, but 47 inch or something. It's way overkill, but there's even a PlayStation wired in behind there as well, which I rarely use. But I do love watching a movie, so yeah, it's quite a cozy place to be, just all snuggled up watching a movie. I did take out the virtual reality machine and the surround sound, but anyway, another story. So the bed, yeah, it folds out into a double bed. I usually fold it up when I'm on my own. I just fold it out into the single bed, which is so easy, so quick and easy. One of the downsides to having a bed that you rebuild like this as opposed to the fixed bed is it is a bit of a hassle to set up, but by having that single option, it's nice and quick and easy for me. I mean, even to set it up as a double, it's not too much hassle at all, really. Don't know what people are going on about, but anyway, works for me. Each to their own, I guess. So then over here I've got my sink, so I've got my control panel down the bottom here, so obviously the water's on at the moment, and 2 different modes, and rinse mode, which is dead handy as well. It uses hardly any water. Okay, on the window here I've got some very dying plants in the heat, poor things. They're my herbs. I love having fresh herbs. I love cooking, and fresh herbs are quite important to me, but I'm not having much luck keeping them alive, to be honest. Hot window, they just burn alive. I mean, the one I've got over here in particular, this one is my Shiraz basil. I got that the other day at a herb farm. Had hundreds of different herbs in there. It was great. I thought I'd buy something a little bit different, so I'm desperate to cook with that. I haven't done anything with it yet. I was waiting to do it on a video, so I haven't done that yet, but I will do soon. Up in the top here I've got my overhead lockers, so I've got 3 here, and they are a total mess. I do apologise. Hence nearly being attacked by bottle of olive oil. That's glass as well, ouch. And I've got another one over here, again, no surprises, it's a mess. PlayStation games, all my books. I do love my books, recipe books. Then I do have another one over here, which is where I keep all my toiletries. Then of course we've got the shower. Apologies, the lid is up, but this, the toilet in here actually has recently been doubling up as a bit of a step ladder for me, so it's taken a bit of a beating, so I do need to buy a new one. But we've got the skylight just above there, so it lets all the steam out, so it's hassle free. There's still a bit I want to do on the shower. So then just down here I've got my coat hooks, my towels. I've got a little storage unit down here. I also have, that's where I keep my kettlebells. And whoa, spin that round. So as we go down low, that's where I've got my fridge. not too messy. Got some cold water on the go in there at the moment, a bit of a lifesaver. It's got a freezer compartment. That's a Dometic fridge. So then over here I have my 2-burner stove. I cook everything on the hob really. I do have hidden under here a little 7-litre little electric oven, which I rarely use. I've never really used an oven, even sort of house living. Everything goes on the pan to me. So then, just on that note, further down here, there's just some more storage. I keep a lot of my tins and kitchen equipment, and then more storage down here. That's kind of my tech drawer really. It's just full of chargers and leads and spare batteries for cameras and yeah. And then over here, which is where I usually do my work, so the backrest, let's just drop that down. So over here is where I do my work. The backrest is part of the bed. So when I have the bed, even in single mode, I have to use that backrest, but that's a good place for it to be. Still haven't kind of finished that. You can see some unpainted wood. I mean, there's a lot of unfinished things in the van, but that is one that I do need to get on with. But I always sit here. I love it just sitting here, chilling, looking out the window. I've got a privacy shutter. This actually part of the original, because it was an ambulance. Part of the original ambulance, but I've still got some silicone and stuff to clean off. I've got to, around the door here, there's some bits and bobs to do. There's loads to do. So van life is never ending. There's always something to do. I'm sure everyone will agree with me on that. Vents up the top, keep me cool. So I have up here on this side, this one is an extractor fan. So when I'm cooking, it sucks all the air out and it sucks all the hot air out. And then on the other side, just above the bed, nicely placed, is the fan that blows cool air in. So it keeps the air nicely circulated in here. It still gets so hot. Today is roasting. Obviously I don't have them on now because I'm going to have all the windows open and the door wide open, but that is how I keep cool. Underneath the bed, all of that is obviously the garage area. So I have my inverter on this side, where the batteries are and so on, and on the other side I've got my water pump and my gas canister as well. So there's a fair bit of boot storage. At the moment I've got the awning in there, I've got a big tent in there as well. Yeah, heaps of room. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I think I've got the contents of a house in a van. I really need to start downsizing. So over here we have my guitar. Now I don't play that much, to be honest. I used to play a lot when I was younger. I used to play in bands and things. I used to play my acoustic guitar all the time. Almost forgotten how to play it a little bit, so I'm not really going to give much of a demo of me playing. Maybe one day. I do keep intending to take some lessons. So Benedict from Law and Benedict, he's a musician. August Radio Project is his page. He's on Spotify and he's amazing. He's just such a good guitar player and he can just write songs just off the cusp. He's so good, and I've been talking to him recently and he's been inspiring me quite a lot to start playing again really. So that is my weapon of choice. So my kettlebells are down here. So I have two 12 kilograms and a 16 kilogram. That's generally what I use. I am going to do a workout today. It's part of my new Driving to Freedom plan, which is to improve not only my work, my lifestyle, but my health as well. So there's a lot of intention to do some exercise. I'm a little bit of a wimp sometimes and I hate getting calluses on my hands from the kettlebells. Yeah, take the piss as much as you like, but I have to wear the gloves. It's better? have nice soft hands. So I actually use an app called Seconds, and what I've done is I've programmed in a total workout for something called Tabata or Tabata. I'm never actually sure how you pronounce it, but it's basically like 20 seconds of intense exercise, 10 seconds pause, 20 seconds go, 10-second pause, and you continue the cycle for 8 sets. It destroys you, but it destroys fat too, so I'm all good for that. I'm just getting back into it. It's something I did do a long time ago, and I got in much better shape then, but I've let it go to pot now. Literally the pot. Okay, so it's a 45-minute workout. I'm not going to film the whole thing, but see you in a bit.